Hey, Philosophy 103 folks. Sorry, I was waiting for it to click over. I just finished with my Tuesday, Thursday section here today, September 21st. And although there are a couple of videos below, which I encourage you to watch, I'm just going to pick up right where we finished class while it's fresh and while I can kind of build and put all of those pieces together as it relates to Aristotelian philosophy. So where we finished was that Aristotle, is motivated and is convinced by this idea of teleology, right? This focus on everything having an end goal. And he thinks, as we kind of broke this down in class, both in my Tuesday, Thursday class, but also in my Monday, Wednesday, Friday class, as we broke this down, he thinks that there's a teleological explanation for pretty much everything, right? And thinking about, well, what is it that we are all aiming towards, and what is the function that helps us kind of hit that end goal? And so for us as human beings, Aristotle makes the claim that we are all aiming towards happiness in some capacity or another. And again, this idea that it's going to look different for all of us, and we all have our own different goals. We all have our own different ways of being kind of content and happy. But this almost again kind of full picture sense of happiness, of contentment, and Aristotle defined it as living well and doing well, is a motivating factor for why we do everything that we do, including, endure that which is difficult or endure that which is challenging. We do that because, right, the end goal of happiness motivates us, frankly, right? Like we endure our life and we kind of hit those various benchmarks, we hit those various milestones along the way, but all those benchmarks and milestones are all kind of encapsulated with this further way of thinking about our end as happiness, okay? And then we had discussed, well, how do we hit happiness? And for Aristotle, both telos and then function are one and the same, right? And they're wrapped up with each other. And so Aristotle, again, I don't want to be exhaustive here, but he makes the claim that ultimately, like, we are all aiming towards happiness, and to hit happiness, we will kind of, we have to utilize our unique function. What is our unique function? And for Aristotle, it is our ability to reason. And phrased a little bit differently, it's our exercise of the rational faculty, right? And so this idea that ultimately, right, how we hit our end goal is we exercise our ability to reason, okay? And so that is, again, kind of a very clear connection between what we had talked about earlier this week and where we're going. Now, Aristotle doesn't just leave it at that. Like, he's got these these pieces that all fit together, okay? And so to be rational and to exercise our ability to reason and to reason well is going to be a practiced behavior for us, okay? Because we're not born into this world, and even kind of as we go through life, like sometimes we don't reason well, right? We obviously make bad choices. But if we start to get into the habit of reasoning well, of using and utilizing our unique function, then ultimately, right, we will be able to maybe be better suited to hit our end goal of happiness. Okay? So in the next video, I'm gonna get a cough drop. My throat's a little sore. In the next video, I'll unpack more of like what the rational life looks like for Aristotle, and kind of put more of these pieces together.